Hello, everyone. Okay, so a continuation. So me and my the person that I was married to started going to church. And you know, sometimes you go to church and you're either trying to live your life for Christ or you are going to church just for the other person. Well, I was going to church trying to live my life lining up with the word of God and being more like Christ. So, and you guys know me, I'm not going to tell somebody else's story, but, you know, we end up getting married. Like, okay, let's get married. We stayed married 6 months. 6 months. We wanted two different things. So we separated after the 6 months. You know, the church moved me out. I got my own place. And then a little bit later, I end up buying a house. And then after, and then I started divorce procedures because, you know, you're either gonna, I had to, you know, weigh it out, Tanya. You're either going to live this life with God or live this life in the world. And the crazy thing about it is that I felt so confused because I'm getting in this world, and I said there's no grounds. I have no grounds to divorce this person. So I like beat myself up really bad. And my pastor, then pastor, told me to divorce, told me to go ahead. You know, we were getting counsel and I don't know what took place, but in his eyes, hey, you need to divorce this person. And that's what I did, which caused a little rift in all of the relationships. But I listened to my then pastor and I started the divorce procedures. And let me tell you something, I was divorced after a year. And so when I was finished with it, I felt like a failure. Like, you know, I know it's people out there that have gotten a divorce, you know, all over the place. And when it's something like that, to where you really put your heart into it, you feel like a failure when it doesn't work out and you get divorced. And then I'm a Christian, so I felt like, God, I'm disappointing you. And you know, that's when the religion, you know, you at that point, you have to know the difference between religion, because the Lord doesn't look at us the way we look at ourselves, and he knows already what our future holds. He knew who I was. He knew who my husband was. And this person was not. And so, you know, we'll make a choice outside of God. Now, he'll honor our choice, you know, but sometimes we jump in, like I said one time before, we'll jump in that driver's seat and he'll say, okay, well, come get with me when you're ready for me to take control. So with that being said, I felt like a failure in my life, and I went through a little downer or whatever, which ended up causing me, and this is the kicker, to listen to the enemy. Like, you know what, go just start back doing what you want to do, you know. And I told you those doubts kicked in about what God did and didn't do and cares and don't care about. And I felt so ashamed that I started back going to the clubs and things like that. So we'll get into that next time. You guys have a blessed day, and I pray that you have sweet sleep.